today we had free food at work every other Friday. They cater food for us. Like today was like breakfast burritos and quiche, whatever it's called. I'm just kidding. Greek yogurt, like bagels, fruit, and all that stuff, right? And for some of you guys who know, I've been on this health and fitness journey for the entire 2018 and some like half of the year before that. And so I've been trying to get into shape and, recalibrate my fitness life and mindset. And I learned a few lessons and had to overcome this the hard way as I'm on this journey about how to overcome when there's free food and opportunities to eat as much as you can, and when that goes against your fitness and diet goals, obviously, because you don't want to eat too much, right? And so that can be a challenge. Growing up, for me, in my household or family, like we weren't super well off or anything, and so, and maybe it's also a cultural thing, but we were always taught to finish everything on your plate, eat all your food, because there are starving kids in Africa or China or wherever and everywhere actually that don't have food, so you should appreciate your food and eat all of it, which is a good thing. Appreciation and gratitude goes a long way. But this mentality, this mindset does not serve you when you're trying to be on a diet and you're trying to eat healthy and you're not trying to overeat, but you end up eating everything in sight because you have this mental script, at least for me, running in my head that I need to finish everything on my plate, and that doesn't serve you well. And so I've come across this several times in the past couple of years where it's, okay, work has free food or there's desserts or something like that, it's catered, and I can't be eating all this stuff, but I do because I have this script in my head running that like I have to eat everything, right? And oh, there's extras to take home. Yeah, I'll take home a couple extra burritos or some bagels or some sandwiches, and oh, I'm not really hungry, but I want to eat this because it's free. And this sandwich by itself costs $5, maybe $8, so I should take 3 of them home, and these cookies cost $2 each, so I might as well take it home. But again, that doesn't serve you well. And so so the lesson I learned is that no matter what you have, what you get, you don't have to finish all of your food. And I know that's kind of blasphemous for people who grew up in the same sort of culture or mindset that you have to finish all your food, but in the grand scheme of things, you shouldn't have to feel like you need to, because it's actually promoting a scarcity mindset. Because if you're saying you need to eat everything because it's going to go away and you're eating because of this compulsion of fear of loss, that's not going to serve you well. But what changed for me is when I thought of more of an abundance mindset of, hey, there's more food to go around, like I don't need to take all of this food home. I don't need to take home 10 burritos or whatever just because it's free and just because someone else paid for it. And I don't need to finish all the food on my plate. It's not really going to affect starving kids in Africa or China in the grand scheme of things. It's not going to help them. What would help them obviously is to actually do something toward those causes, not just finishing all of your food. Though again, like I said, it's good to have an attitude of gratitude, but finishing all the food on your plate just because you spent $12 or $20 on an overpriced meal doesn't mean you have to finish all of it. If you're full, then you're full, then throw it away. You don't have to eat everything. And I've had to constantly tell myself that. It's like, JR, you don't need to eat everything on your plate, or you don't need to finish all of these things. Just because it's free, just because someone gave it to you, doesn't mean you need to act like you're poor and you need to eat every little scrap. Because I'm not. I'm fortunate enough to be well off that I don't have to worry about where my next meal is coming from. So I'd say, hey, JR, I know those breakfast burritos are super delicious and they want you to take a lot home, but you have food at home. You don't need these burritos. They're not even good for you. And you're not even going to feel good afterwards. You're going to feel like crap because that food isn't healthy. So constantly telling myself and rewriting these mental scripts in my head to say, hey, you don't need to eat everything. You have more than enough. This food isn't even good for you. It's not going to make you feel good. Has really helped out my diet and fitness journey a lot, and helped to keep me having more energy and more full and not feeling guilty, and also just reprogramming my brain. So that's the thought of the day. Is you don't have to finish all the food on your plate. You don't have to take home leftovers. You don't have to take home the free stuff from work or anything. And you'll be happier and healthier for it because you're promoting an abundance mindset instead of a scarcity mindset. So that's the thought of the day.